Hey folks, Dukect here back once again for you and all and everything else. Making a video, a little vlog for you. First things first, let me get this thing right out the way. I'm going to be doing a special live stream. That's what I'm going to be doing a live stream on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Link is going to be in the description. I'm also going to put a video here on YouTube here on my YouTube channel as well to tell you that I'm going to be doing something really special. In fact, I'm going to do something that I think has never really been done before. If it has been done before, please tell me, comment, video response, or what have you. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a live commentary on one of my most famous reviews. That's right, I'm going to be doing a live commentary on The Land Before Time, 13 Wisdom of Friends. That's one of my first and more popular reviews and everything else. So hopefully you guys will like it and everything else. Also, there's going to be afterwards, after this whole everything else, hopefully people will come in. We can chill out, talk. Skype's going to be on there. We can talk on Skype, talk whatever, wrestling, politics, whatever. We'll talk about that on live stream. Just have a huge, nice little live stream Skype party as well afterwards. Anyway, after that, let's see. What else? Oh, um, let's get into the meat of the video because I'm gonna pretty after this I'm gonna probably head to bed or what have you because I got a big day planned tomorrow. I'm gonna get up early, go to the Smithsonian, to basically get some nice pictures of the not only the art or what have you, but I'm going to go to the I think it was the video games exhibit over there. I'm just gonna play a couple games, take a couple pictures, chill out for that, get up there really early in the morning, and go out and see nice arts and everything else. Then at noon, I'm going to stop at the GameStop next to my school and pick up Xenoblade Chronicles. As you see in the receipt. Yeah, and everything GameStop receipt. I know the evil GameStop. Whatever. But anyway, I'm going to go and pick that up and play it. And in fact, I might give you my first impressions of that at the live stream as well. Hopefully, you can check it out afterwards. Hopefully, it's going to be interesting. Um, yeah. What else? Oh, let's get into one of the big things that's already happened this week. WrestleMania, or the whole thing that I was going to cover my WrestleMania 12. No, my WrestleMania 28 review. Sorry. Sorry, I just got the years and everything else confused. Sorry about that. Live mic, no script, whatever. But anyway, so vlog, who cares? Anyway, I'm going to be talking about something that happened that was really interesting. Um, at WrestleMania 28. Sorry. Um, which I will be reviewing. Hopefully it could be because that pay per view. I'm going to type and do all that type of stuff. Hopefully it'll be up soon. So hopefully you guys want to hear my thoughts on it or what have you. But anyway, um, you wouldn't be watching my videos and everything else. You didn't want to hear my opinion about it. Anyway, um, about WrestleMania 28. There was one thing that was really interesting about it. The Team Johnny versus Team Teddy, which I dubbed the Team Jobbers versus Team Afterthoughts. Basically, Team Afterthought versus Team Job. I don't really care. No one really cares about which one it is. But um, I have to say this, but when I watched it live, I know y'all did too, and I think you probably noticed this as well, is that that there was no real crowd involvement, and these were the future. I mean, there was a couple pops here and there, but there was no real connection to the crowd. No one cared. This startled me because this was a program. The whole team, Teddy, team Johnny, what have you, was really high. This drove Raws. This was actually one of the most a really high profile storyline going into WrestleMania. It started way back at the was it the maybe it was after the Elimination Chamber. It was maybe in the after Elimination Chambers, what have you. It got a really decent build. Um, I mean, it was really a huge storyline, and when it was and then when it was there at WrestleMania, everyone else it felt indifference to most of the guys. I mean, I know Santino and Zack Ryder got pops because they actually are over, but everyone else, it's just really sad. I mean, and discounting R-Truth and the Great Khali and Booker T. I mean, most of these guys are the future. I mean, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, uh, Otunga, David Otunga, um, Kofi Kingston. You know, those guys. I feel like I'm forgetting a couple people, but honestly, that's what the problem is that they're completely forgettable. Oh, and Mark Henry, but then he's an older guy too, so. When most of those guys, most of the big people in that matchup, in the whole thing, and I know this is where I'm getting at here, folks. When the main people on and everything else on that in that match were just afterthoughts and not really, they were viewed as a crowd as afterthoughts. They are not having a connection. And to me, that's disturbing, especially with guys like, say, Ziggler and Swagger, who were on the top card. In fact, Swagger was a world champion. Did we just forget about that? Jack Swagger was a world heavyweight champion. In fact, he actually beat Randy Orton clean in a very good street fight for the world title back at it was still called, was it Backlash or no, it was 2000 Extreme Rules. We don't know that scary picture, Sheamus, that poster, what have you. That one, and it really bothers me that the WWE does not really put these guys in these in these places to get the people to care about them. Kofi Kingston, during the Elimination Chamber promo, said, "I'm not going to be an afterthought anymore." And sadly, that's what he is becoming, an afterthought. And to me, I'm sorry, but I'm probably repeating a lot of people who said this, especially I think Drama MC actually made a video about this a couple years ago. And he's saying that during his Sheamus and everything else. His Sheamus, like, it's not good for shock value, what have you. Video, which you know what, link in the description if you want to watch that video. Very interesting one back in 2009 or what have you. He said basically this: that Sheamus shouldn't have been the guy winning the title. It should have been Kofi Kingston because he was built up to be one. And to me, Kofi Kingston the WWE has really dropped the ball on him. Kofi Kingston should be, believe it or not, should be here. He should be tangling with the guys like CM Punk. He should be up there. Instead, he's just basically the guy who just wins mid-card titles on any. He's the mid-card title guy. And it's a shame because someone like him with that much talent and everything else, because trust me, he believes what he says in the mic. He may not be the best mic guy, what have you, but when he really has that, he has that passion, and you believe in when he says this stuff. And now he's just relegated. He's not really. No one really cares about him. That's the real problem. That's the real problem. The WWE are not really are basically just setting themselves up instead of focus on that. They keep focusing on John Cena and Randy Orton, two guys. In my opinion, no, I think most people's opinion that, let's be honest, it's time for them to um, lead, to go. It's time for them to move on. It is time for the WWE to um, to just to to stop pushing these guys because as much as they get reactions, their bodies will not be able to take it. Randy Orton just got back from a concussion, if you remember back, a couple months ago. And Cena, he's working hurt. Dude, I mean, a guy with his type of schedule and everything else, he is wrestling hurt. So let's be honest here. Let's look at this way. Let's look at it. Um, let's look at it in a more in a practical way. Let's look at it in a logical way. And honestly, Cena looks like, I honestly think the next 2 or 3 years he's going to probably have to retire because of these set injuries. Same with Randy Orton. And who are they going to fall back on? I mean, listen. People say, "Oh, it's going to be Daniel Bryan and it's going to be CM Punk." You hope that it's going to be those guys, but let's be honest, they need a bench. The WWE always had a bench. They need a bench that actually get the crowd excited. And not only, okay, most of those mid-card guys in the 80s and 90s never won a championship, like, say, a Roddy Piper or Rikishi or what have you, but they got the crowd excited. They got the people there. They were like, wow, they might actually do it. That sort of thing. And who in the WWE right now, besides, say, Zack Ryder or Santino, that's it. In fact, I'm going to be honest, Zack Ryder gets more pops than John Cena. And all Zack Ryder did was make a YouTube show. I mean, seriously. I mean, Matt Hardy had a YouTube show. You know how he turned out to be and everything else. No, wait, scratch that. Matt Hardy had a YouTube show. And heck, he was still over when the WWE buried him. He was still getting the most pops. I mean, and we all know how crazy Matt Hardy is and everything else. Or what have you. But, I mean, when they have these guys, like, pushed and push and they push. They push some guys over guys the crowd wants to see perform. Guys who are like, wow, I want to see this guy take to the next level. Sorry, instead of that they put a Sheamus there. Instead of, say, a Kofi Kingston or Daniel Bryan. Or, they put a Alberto Del Rio there instead of a Dolph Ziggler or a Jack Swagger. And that is why the WWE is not going to be, they're not going to be around. They're not going to really set themselves apart. That's what's going to happen to them. The WWE are going to fail at this because they have no real, they just don't get it. They just don't get they just don't get it, folks. They just don't get it. They just think they can have these precious stars they push. They're precious guys. And damn the crowd, damn the people. We're going to push these guys right down your throat. And if you don't like it, tough. That's what it is. And I don't know about you, man. I don't think it's best to run a business like that. Because eventually, and heck, it's already been happening. The people are going to leave. Sure, you might give a bit of a taste with like The Rock, Brock Lesnar. But at the end of the day, those are just going to be those tastes, people are going to get tired of it. And if the WWE does not change, they're just going to be lost. And we're going to write an epitaph on their tombstone saying, if only they would actually listen to the crowd. If only they'd listen to them. Maybe they wouldn't be in this position. But of course, and don't take this, let's listen to this Marx. No. Listen, I don't care about that. I care about what the mainstream crowd, because people would love. The people love people like Kofi Kingston right now. I think they are lukewarm, but when Kofi Kingston gets his on the mic and people say, I'm tired after, they will cheer for him. Jack Swagger, I'm surprised he is not getting that much of, or anything else. This is a problem, and the WWE does not they do not or refuse to solve this. This is something that WWE really has to solve. If not, they're just going to go away to complete ineptness. This is going to be their downfall because when you cater to these, or you try to cater to the older generation and stuff like that, without bringing in something to make, let's be wrong, they're doing something good with Punk, but they're stabbing him with the whole, well, the evil general manager bit, which honestly I'm getting really sick and tired of, but that's another video for another time. But anyway, I ranted way too long, but anyway, it's a nice little vlog, and hopefully you'll be there for my Saturday live stream. Hopefully you're going to be there for my Saturday live stream. Thank you very much for watching. This is Dukect here. Peace and love. See y'all when I see y'all later.